Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Chainlink. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one so that you have more context. That will be linked in the top right hand corner of your screen. Also, if you want to support Ukraine, you can do so by going over to the official websites I linked down below. You can go and donate to the funds directly. Thank you all for the support and thank you all for watching the video. Feel free to share if you feel like this video is going to help out someone. Now let's jump into the technical analysis. So as you can see right now, we do have two channel patterns on our chart over here. And if you want to take a look at the Fib retracement that I have on, then I'm going to show you. So this is the swing low that I have July 19th of 2021, and the swing high is over here in May of 2021. Our 1.618 target was over here at $5.50. We reached that target multiple times within the past couple of months. I would say in the past 4 months, we retested that zone multiple times. So you had great entry points, and from there we did have a move to the upside of around about 60%, 70% 2 times. So once in June and once in August. And right now we are in this yellow channel up pattern, and potentially with the announcement of staking next week, we could see a nice move towards the upside. And we do have another Fibonacci retracement. If I just remove the larger one, you can see that we have a smaller Fib retracement here with the swing high that we printed in August and the swing low that we printed at the end of August. Now, the 1.618 target here is at $12.35, and that's going to be our target if we start breaking through the swing high here. And that could happen with the announcement of the staking. We could see a nice little move to the upside. We get overextended and overbought very quickly, and that's when you can take some profits. I personally have some sell orders at these extension levels. And if we manage to get there, I'm going to take profit on my Chainlink and I'm going to buy back in here at $8.66 and $9.49. Those will be good dollar cost averaging opportunities for Chainlink. Now, although that is not guaranteed, I do expect some sort of a move to the upside. We might not get to $12 per se, but your minimal target is going to be the 1.272 at $10.66, which still, from where we are right now, that is going to be a very nice, that's going to be a very nice 36% trade. So you are looking at some sort of a break out of this channel with the announcement, and potentially you could come back down and retest this previous resistance of the channel as support. And Chainlink has a history of performing well during bear markets, and this time can be no exception, and we can see a very nice continuation of this trend moving forward to the end of 2022. Now, what could also happen, obviously, is we can dump all the way down, and we can dump and retest the support of the channel down pattern here, of the blue channel, which I do think is highly unlikely. For that, Bitcoin would need to drop, in my opinion, below $16,000, right? And even at that, you do have a trend line here, an ascending, or I should say descending wide support trend line that we have retested in May. In May once again, then a couple of tests in June, and since then we haven't back tested this. So as you can see, you may land on this white trend line without even reaching the bottom of the blue channel pattern. So have this out on your chart. You can potentially dump all the way down there below $5, which still I think is highly unlikely, but you should have this on your chart regardless, just in case you start coming back down and you see the price chilling above this trend line, then you're going to know that this is a golden opportunity to enter. And even without all these trend lines, if you look at Link below $5, that's a golden opportunity without even all the technical indicators and stuff. So yeah, just keep in mind that you may dump because Bitcoin is potentially going to have one last capitulation. We need to see the miners capitulate before we can, say that the bottom has been set. But for now, our bottom is here in June for most of the projects, and we have been retracing to the upside from there. A lot of the altcoins started a channel up pattern from the June bottom, just like Chainlink did, but most of the altcoins already dropped out of the channel up pattern and came back down to where you started retracing from. But Chainlink is very bullish right now with the potential staking being announced and next week at SmartCon. So expect that. And if I zoom in a little bit more here, you can see that Chainlink has retested the support or previous resistance as support of the channel down pattern of the blue pattern here. As you can see, you broke above it, you back tested the blue channel here once, and then you did that again here on September 22nd and 21st. And from there, you have been in a very nice uptrend, and you're running into the golden ratio here at $8.06 of the Fibonacci retracement. And you did run into that zone, to be honest with you, once, 2 times, and now for the 3rd time, you're running into the same resistance level. So this could be a triple top pattern here that we're looking at, and we may see a move towards the downside from there, because if you fail to break through a resistance level multiple times, there's a good chance that you're going to come back down to at least where you started retracing from. And in this case, this is going to be $6.66. So yeah, this is something that I'm looking at personally. And if Chainlink does drop back down here to $6.50, that's going to be a good level for me to dollar cost average in. That's what I'm going to be doing. I do have a stack of Chainlink tokens, but I'm looking to double that actually before we start moving into the bull market. So you do have the support of the yellow channel up pattern. So if you start coming back down here, that will be a good dollar cost averaging opportunity. We've done that once in August. We came back down here in July, and we had wicks below that in June. So yeah, feel free to buy in if you're looking at this channel up pattern. Jumping into the daily RSI here, as you can see, we're breaking and faking out above this yellow resistance trend line. Potentially you may run into it once again, and from there you could look at another retest of the white trend line here. We've retested it once in May, once again in August, and maybe we're looking for that last bounce in September. And let's just compare the RSI with the price action just to see if there are any divergences. So I would say you don't really see any divergences here. As you can see, you're printing higher lows over here, and from this low to that, you technically don't have a bullish divergence or a bearish divergence either way. So yeah, everything's looking normal here for the RSI. And yeah, the only thing I would look at is a retest of the white trend line. If you lose that, that's a fire sale in my opinion. You're probably going to go back down into the oversold just like you did here in May. So yeah, be on the lookout. I'm expecting one last strong capitulation for crypto. Maybe that will end up in Bitcoin dropping to $14,000. Maybe not, no one knows. But either way, be ready for both outcomes. Now let's switch over to the Binance website. Okay, switching over to the weekly RSI here on the Binance website. As you can see, we broke out of this falling wedge, which is a very, very bullish signal. Let me just get the trend line set up properly here. So as you can see, we haven't really retested the previous resistance as support here, but we did have a pullback after we broke through this multi-month resistance trend line. And as you can see, you had quite the impulsive move. Like I said, after you have breaks above multi-month diagonal resistance trend lines, you typically see a strong move to the upside. So what I would target here, even with the Chainlink staking announcement, we could potentially run into the 47 on the index on the RSI. We've done that once here in December of last year, once in March, and we may do that once again here in September. Now also be aware that I'm looking for a move to the upside in November, just like we have seen a move to the upside for the past 2 years. Although the past 2 years have been in a bull market. So right now we are in a bear market. So maybe the move to the upside isn't going to be as bullish, but nonetheless, there might be a move in November to the upside, and that will give us guys a very large variety of swing trade opportunities. So just be aware of that. For some reason, the trend lines are all mixed up here. I don't know what happened. So that's regarding the weekly RSI. For the stochastic RSI, you could wait for us to get overbought here, just like we did the last time here in August and like we did here in February. And this would be a good time to start dollar cost averaging your way out of Chainlink if you're looking to swing trade. The MACD is getting a bit overextended here, but if we go back to August of last year, you can see that you printed a bullish cross in August. 2021. You printed a bullish cross here in July of 2022, and you're looking at a very nice uptrend all the way into November, and that's exactly what I'm expecting here. So you could see a nice uptrend into November, just like you did in 2021, followed by a capitulation. Perhaps that is when the miners will capitulate. No one knows for sure, but like I said, you just can't guess where Bitcoin is going to go unless you have some bearish news coming out, or unless you have the FOMC meeting, Ethereum's merge, or the CPI data coming out, which we all talked about on the channel for weeks before those happened. And I told you guys that I'm expecting pullbacks after every single one of those events, and that's exactly what happened. But I'm not blowing my own trumpet. That's just basically using logic and applying it to the charts. So if I missed out anything important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to join me on Patreon. That's a great way to support the channel and a great way for you to get a lot of exclusive content. We're dropping weekly podcasts for patrons only. And this week we're dropping a podcast regarding Bitcoin and where would I expect the Bitcoin price to bottom out at. So thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.